Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, no matter where you are, whenever you're watching this. This is Floating in Dreams, and today we're doing my spring-summer fashion haul. Welcome to everybody watching today's video. Thank you so very much for being here today. Yes, we are doing another haul. I always try to do a couple of fashion videos every single month, and in the past couple of months I have been shopping bits and pieces here and there. I'm loving all of the colors, but I also found some good neutral pieces. And I thought that today I could come on here and show you my collective fashion haul, like all of the things I've been accumulating in the past couple of months. In case you've never seen one of my videos and this is the first time that you're here, hi, my name is Maaike. I live in the Netherlands. My main bread and butter on this channel is makeup. I love chatting about eyeshadow palettes. I love reviewing Essence and Catrice products for you and getting the use out of my makeup. But fashion is truly where things got started for me. I really got into fashion before I got into makeup. Like, clothes have been my thing since I was a very small child. And so for me to come on here and to just share my love for clothes is another thing that I like to do from time to time. But it's not something that I do like all the time. It's like a couple of videos a month. So if this is something you're not interested in, you can skip it. I know that not everybody likes this kind of content, but if you do want to get some fashion inspiration, then it's perhaps good to know that I'm quite short. I'm only 5 feet tall, and I also have a bit of an apple shape, meaning that also skews like what kind of things I like wearing and the items that I then buy. So today I have lots of things to chat about, so let me just get to these items. Per usual, we're gonna be starting with accessories and shoes first, and the first thing I want to show you is this little bag. This is from Arket, and I wasn't really looking for a new black bag or anything like that, but I just spotted this and I thought it could just be a really good staple. I have a lot of brown bags, but I don't have anything that's like black that I can wear on a day-to-day basis. I only have this little like black wicker basket style, and it fits absolutely nothing. I can't even fit my phone into that thing. So it's more of an occasion wear thing, whereas this, it's small enough to wear, you know, if I go shopping, I can put everything in here that I might need, but it's also like big enough that it will fit like my wallet and my earbuds. Like if I need to go somewhere on the train, I could take this to work and put my lunch bag in like a tote bag and I should be good to go. So this is a great one for every day. It is quite small, and because it is fully open, I have already been using this. I did experience my lip gloss falling out. It's got a top handle like this, but then it also has the strap so you can wear a crossbody. And the only thing that I don't like about it is that because it is so small, it doesn't have a very big base. I wish they would have made it like half a centimeter wider, because right now, because of how the leather is folded at the bottom, it doesn't tend to stay upright very well, and then it topples over, and then you have the issue of things potentially falling out. And then we're getting to shoes, and for shoes I want to kick things off with something that's more of a practical thing rather than a I'm gonna wear this out of the house thing. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Birkenstock clogs. This is their Boston clog style mule, and I got them in the cocoa woolfelt sort of design. A lot of people are wearing these in the suede, but I just want to wear these as house shoes because I do have a balcony, so sometimes I want to step outside, and if I'm then wearing socks or bare feet, it's not very practical. So this is sort of like if I'm only staying indoors and I'm not really going anywhere, plus because they are wool, they kind of work like a slipper and they kind of keep your feet warm as well. So that's why I've been loving these, and I just think they're a very practical one that I can wear on a day-to-day basis. So house shoes are back on, so we can talk about these guys. These are the Birkenstock Arizona sliders, I believe, and these are in the suede. These are in the taupe suede, and last year I got a black pair with just one strap, which I've forgotten the name of right now, but I did get those and I did wear them quite a lot, and because I found those so comfortable, I figured I could buy them in a neutral color as well, and then I went with the double strap because I feel that feels a bit more substantial. The single strap ones can flap around a little bit, and I think that these are a little bit better for summer, for everyday wear. And in terms of shoes, I definitely bought some like staples that I was still looking for. And one thing I had still been on the hunt for was a pair of white, but not too stark white, sort of 60s style higher boots. I used to have a pair from H&M, but they were so white that I found them very difficult to style up. Enter these puppies. These are from Tango, and these I believe they're called their Nadia boot. It comes in different styles, and these are part of their pre-order section. So some of the shoes I've bought this time are from brands that do things on pre-order, meaning after you order, that's when they make the shoe. So it's an attempt to try and get more, I should say not more, but fewer like production overflow. It's sort of an attempt to not produce too many things. And I thought that these were a perfect off-white shoe. Very often white boots will have like a black sole, which I don't like. And these are really nice. They're like a very creamy white color, more of like an ivory shade rather than it being very yellow toned as well. So this is a really good neutral boot. And also another thing I don't love with a lot of boots is that they have like stitching going along the toe. This just has the stitching going vertically up, which is really nice as well. They have a full unzip along the sides, and then they also have this little bit of elastic, which is exactly what my calves needed to be able to fit into these. And then I think the pair of shoes that I have been lusting after since the fall time, and then Aloha's did a discount code for 15% on these, and I decided to bite the bullet. Aloha's is another one of those brands where I believe if you buy things in their pre-order, you get the discount, and then at the end of the season, they will discount the pairs that are still left because they always produce a couple of extra pairs, or maybe they've been returned or something like that. But they're another one of those brands that does things with a pre-order system where they only produce the shoes that have been bought. So these, I believe, are called the East boot. They do like north, east, south, and west, so I'm a bit confused as to which style is which. But these, I had been looking for patchwork shoes, and I bought a pair from Urban Outfitters over the fall time. Those didn't fit, and they had a very clunky, heavy sole that if you walked to them, it just sounded like you were wearing wooden shoes. Not a good look. So these were a bit more classic. They were also a bit more expensive than the Urban Outfitters ones, but these are a full leather, and I did have to get these altered. I had a piece of elastic installed in the same shade as the heel, just to make it go with the entire shoe. It doesn't, you can't even tell that this wasn't part of it. So I had my cobbler split the back of the shoe and then put it in a V shape because these were too narrow on my calves, even though the brand calls these a wide fit. On all of the models, you can see that there's a lot of space around our calves. Trust me, if you've been dancing for 25 years, more than 25 years, these will not fit you. And if you're like me, you understand the struggle of finding taller boots that fit. But with these and how cool they are and how unique they are, I didn't mind investing in going to my cobbler and having this really nice piece of elastic installed, and now they fit perfectly. Now I thought for this haul it could be fun to go in like sections of like different brands, because that's usually how it works for me. And I of course did some vintage shopping again, because who am I? And I'm wearing one of my vintage purchases. Do you like it? It's this really fun blouse type thing. It has this like sort of sweater like bottom to it, and also on the cuffs. And then it has, I'm not sure if you can see, but it has this really cute buttons as well, and this like, well, patchwork print with like teal and purple and pink and green. And there's a reason why I didn't bother to do my hair today, because I feel that with my hair up like this and like a messy bun, it kind of feels very 80s. So I thought it would go with the blouse, which is why I decided to skip doing my hair today. And the other thing I got, some of the other things I got when I was at this vintage sale, was this suede jacket. They had a lot of suede this time, which was good because I love a bit of leather and I'd rather buy it secondhand. And this fit me so well. They had quite a lot, and I did try on some other things that had lining, which I actually preferred. This is unlined, but in the end I felt this was a better fit on me. The other ones were way too oversized and really drowned me, and this I felt was a perfect jacket. I did cuff the sleeves just a little bit to make it a bit neater. It's got 4 buttons and then pockets, and it's just a really nice flowy piece, thin enough to be worn in like the summer season, but also in the winter season you could wear this instead of a blazer. Shall we stick to the suede pieces for a minute? Because I also got this gilet. from that vintage sale that I went to. So I was hoping that I could find an item with some fringe. I was really sort of, especially because I now have those patchwork boots, looking for things that go with more of like a 70s style, and I thought this would be so much fun. So this little gilet thing with the fringe, it doesn't have so many details that it gets a bit crazy. I mean, they had loads of these things in, and very often they have details that I don't really enjoy, or it doesn't fit me very well. But this, I thought, a little bit of fringe, a little bit of movement, so much fun. It's got pockets, and then I'm sure it came with a suit or something, because it's definitely a men's style item, because it does have this satiny back to it. I would just wear it by itself over a t-shirt. That's the way I plan on wearing this. And then maybe with a mini skirt and then those tall boots, I think would be really fun. And then the final suede item I bought from the vintage sale is this pair of shorts, which are a tight fit on me. I'm not gonna lie, they are tight, but they have this like flared out, like baggier style, and they have an incredible high waist to them, and they are so much fun. They do need a bit of repairing because there are like belt loops that have broken off, but I don't really mind that. I thought the color was a lot of fun. They do have a little bit of staining down the bottom of the what are they called? The legs, but you don't really see it when you wear it. I didn't just get leather pieces and blouses, I also got a sweater. I bought this sweatshirt. I didn't put it on a hanger, so I hope I managed to show you this well enough. I of course also have on shots for you, but I just love the colors of this. Like, let me hold it up close. Do you just see? And this was like discarded by someone. Like, it was like lying somewhere off to the side. It has this collar and then some buttons are down the front, and it kind of reminds me of something that a German teacher I had in high school would wear in like the mid-90s. It's definitely that sort of style. It's a dad sweater, and of course it's fully wool, so it's not really something I can wear right now, but I know I'll be able to get away with this again in the wintertime. And then I already have a new sweater for when we get cooler weather again, which we will, because I live in the Netherlands, and it's a given that at some point in time we will get the kind of weather that warrants a sweater like this. And the final item, always great to find some vintage Levi's at a kilo sale, and this is a men's flannel from Levi's. I mean, the tag is right here. And I really like this. It's incredibly big and oversized, but this can be great with like a white t-shirt, or maybe tucked in, or like knotted at the front. And what I love about flannel shirts so much, and why I love buying them vintage, is A, if they're vintage, they're super soft, and they can just make for a great outerwear piece in the summertime. So when it's too warm to really be wearing any sort of jackets, but you know it's going to be cooler at night, then taking something like this with you can be a really nice addition, because it just gives you that extra layer to keep warm. So I love flannels, because in the fall winter season you can wear them as is by themselves, and in the spring summer season you can layer them like a jacket. It's genius. And this next section are one-offs. And what do I mean by a one-off? It's brands that I only got 1 or 2 pieces from. So I discovered a new brand this time around, and it's called King Louis, and they're a Dutch brand that focuses on like retro styles, vintage styles, but they are new clothing. I do believe they have a shop in Amsterdam. I've never been, and the brand is sold in select stores in the Netherlands. I got this from their website. This is one of those Instagram purchases where I saw the ad, and in the ad, in their campaign for summer, they showed this pair of flared teal corduroy pants. And I was like, okay, when those are gonna come back in stock, I'm gonna snatch them up. They have the ring zipper at the front, and then they have the flare. I did have to shorten these. These were way too long for me. I had to take a good 13 centimeters off the bottom. What I did, however, is that I used hemming tape, so if I ever want to put these back into its original length, then I can. So if I were to ever like pass these on to someone else, you don't have to be as short as I am. So that makes it a bit easier on the like resale. But I just thought this color was absolutely stunning, and I couldn't say no. Something that I wanted to have was a boucle skirt, and now that mini skirts are back, I was like, how fun is this? And this very much reminds me of a, I think it was a houndstooth print skirt I used to have from Costas, but it was just like a straight skirt, so it didn't really do much for my shape. which is why I ended up decluttering it. And this is more of like it's tighter at the top and then it flares out. I'm sure it looks like a square on screen, but it does, you just see it nips in just a little bit at the waist. And that's what I need to really make sure these kind of skirts just suit me a lot better. And because it's black and white, you can very easily pair other things with it. So it's a good replacement for that skirt, and it does have this boucle style fabric. Let me see if I can show you the texture. I'm sure it doesn't really show up on camera, but it's got this lovely boucle kind of thing. And boucle is everywhere at the moment, and I love boucle. Now this next skirt is going to pop up in a future video. I will be doing a spring lookbook later this month, and then I want to feature this. I already spotted this in store in February, I'd say, when I was in Amsterdam, and I saw this skirt and I was like, oh, they didn't have my size, and on the website it was out of stock, and then they restocked it and I snatched it up. It's this like different shades of denim scalloped edge mini skirt. It's a bit longer, it's got a bit of stretch. The buttons can open up all the way. With the boucle skirt, you only have a side zip, which I hate. This is just easy to get on and off. It's a great size. The only thing I wish it had was pockets. And then another, well, not a vintage find, but a second-hand find. I found this skirt on Vinted, which is a resale site. It's a bit like Depop or other places that people may have been talking about here on YouTube. Over here, those websites don't operate, but we do have Vinted. And this is originally a mango skirt. It's genuine suede, and it's got this really lovely brown patchwork design. And I was like, I'm going full on 70s at the moment, so this will be fun. The colors to me aren't really spring summer. It's more of a fall piece for sure. And I would definitely not pair them with the boots I got. That's a bit too much patchwork. Then we have Monki. I just got 2 pieces and these were just too much fun to pass up. First of all, we have this sweater vest. And this sweater vest from Monki, I love because not only is it pink and red, which is one of my favorite color combinations, not only does it have strawberries, it also has the print on the back, which very often if you find printed sweater vests, they will only do it at the front and there's nothing going on at the back. And I'm like, oh, that just tells you that the item was more cheaply made. And this just looks really nicely. It is a nice knitted fabric, feels quite hefty, quite a heavy weight to it, which I like. And the other Monki item I got is this very vibrant, I hope my camera picks up on it. It's a very vibrant, like apple green blouse, and this shade is everywhere at the moment. You'll see I've got some more like brighter items because that's really what was everywhere, of course, this spring summer season, and this just makes me happy. However, I have tried other items in this shade and I have found that it really depends on the item, the shade, and the fabric whether it looks nice on me. Like this I can still get away with, but ZARA was also doing quite a few items with this shade and none of those looked right on me. Everything made me look very drained and ill, whereas this made it look really nice. Speaking of ZARA, I only got 2 pieces because I have really found that with ZARA, I just never know what I'm going to end up getting. So I've really decided to just, unless I find something I truly love, I'm no longer going to go to them anymore because either things just fall apart or the fabrics are just not good. And of course, ZARA being ZARA, we all know that. So that's why I only got 2 pieces. I love ZARA for tailoring. So I did get one of the blazers. This is a red boucle fabric, and I loved it. However, what I have found with ZARA this season is that their blazers all have very exaggerated shoulder pads, which on me is not a good look. This one I felt was still okay, but some of them had such sharp shoulders, it looked like you could kill someone with them. But this one I loved. It's got a lovely red shade. We all know about my love for red, and I didn't have that many red blazers. I only had my wool blazer, and that is very warm, so I can't wear it year-round. This just gives me a bit more options. And finally, another thing my camera is gonna hate, this cropped gilet. Like, yeah, gilet kind of thing. And in this line, ZARA did a ton of things, like the bright green stuff. They had like a crop blazer with a short sleeve that was absolutely stunning and it looked really nice. but the fabric combined with the shade and then also the way these buttons were on the green just didn't really work. So I ended up only keeping this. And this I think is going to be a lot of fun with like a pleated skirt or with like light blue denim like I'm wearing in the cutaway that I filmed with this. So yeah, this really nice bright orange shade I think is really cool. It's sort of like highlighter orange. I really like it, and I just wanted to have an influx of some of these like brighter shade. I have an item in a neon pink. I now have something that's borderline neon green, and I've got something that's borderline neon orange. So I'm set on my neon. So there's two more brands I need to mention, and that's Sézane and H&M. And Sézane has become one of my go-to brands to check out whenever they do something new. I don't always buy the new in stuff because there are some classic pieces on there that I have just put on my wish list that I'm just waiting for them to come back in my size. So some of the purchases here are also that. But they also did this really fun pair of pants, and I'm not sure anymore what the name is called. I'll make sure to put the exact name in the description box down below so you know which one it is. But they do this style of pant in so many different shades. It's got this cord, but it has an elasticated waistband, so I was able to size down in these. So these are a 40. I haven't bought a size 40 pants in a while. It's got pockets, and then it has this wide leg. And like with the King Louis trousers, I was very much afraid that these would be too short on me, but these are a perfect length. Maybe because it's a French brand that they make clothing for shorter people, who knows? Very often Dutch brands, Dutch people tend to be quite tall, so their clothing tends to be a lot longer. But yeah, this was a perfect fit, and I really, really enjoy it. This is going to be great for the summertime. It's a lightweight linen and cotton blend as far as I know. So yes, these were pricey, but how fun are these as just a good staple piece? This with a basic white t-shirt, and you've got an outfit for a hot summer day. And then for the spring season, they were doing quite a lot of cotton knitwear. So I bought some knitwear over the fall winter season, but a lot of that is mohair, so it's quite warm. Really thick, heavy knits as well. But when they did these more lightweight things, I was like, ooh, that's very pretty. Again, not sure anymore what it is called, but this is a cardigan cum knit. With this very like open style, so it's very nice and easy and breathable. I believe this is a cotton and polyester elastane blend because it's very stretchy. It has this very wide neck, and this is a reversible sweater. Sézane does this a lot, so you can also wear it back to front if you'd like. And then the scoop goes in the front. You can wear this off shoulder. I think I put it in the cutaway how I would wear this. Yeah, so it has these really nice buttons as well. And this is just one of those items where, again, I just love the color. On camera, it looks a lot more blue. It's not as green as the corduroy trousers, but it's just definitely more of like a tealy blue shade. And I'm here for it. For the spring summer season, I love a lightweight knit, and this cardigan is just great. Of course, my camera is going to blow it out, but you'll see in the cutaway what it actually looks like. This has a bobble style fabric to it, and it's just a very nice 100% cotton piece. I got this in a size large because I wanted this to be a little bit more oversized. With Sézane, it's very easy to tell what size you might be because it will indicate whether you need to size up or down depending on what size you are. So yeah, this has just a simple scoop neck, and you could wear this as is, but you can also unbutton it and wear it open like a cardigan. So again, multiple ways in which you can wear this. And then an item that I had on that wish list and waited for it to come back in stock is one of their marinières. I think that's how you pronounce it. I believe this is called the Gatsby style, but they do a lot of these like Breton striped items on their website, and they do them in different styles. And the one that I really wanted was this Henley style with some buttons going down the front. I like leaving a couple of them unbuttoned when I wear it. And this is an item I've already worn and washed. It seems to hold up really well. Again, 100% cotton, a great long sleeve for the spring summer season. And then I spotted this really fun item on their website. It's the Matilda shirt, I believe. It seems to be very similar to the Chloe style where it has this like ruffle neck. But because of the design, you don't really see a lot of the ruffles. But it has a beautiful cotton fabric with this broderie anglaise in this like navy floral design. I thought this looked really stunning, and I hadn't tried any of their cotton shirts yet. I had tried some of their silk shirts, and I think next month I want to do like a full review of all of the Sézane items in my wardrobe and sort of talk about the brand and how I feel about them and why I have fallen so much in love with Sézane as a brand. And finally, I think the best item I ever got from Sézane so far is this dress. I can't remember what it's called, but this print is absolutely stunning. It's like a black background with a yellow and green floral design. It's got a button front and it's got a bit of like cleavage showing for sure. I would definitely layer something else with this if I were to wear it to work. It's got this really pretty like floaty sleeve, and then it's very long. And I was able to like just put this on, and this feels so good. Yes, it's an expensive dress. I think this is one of my most expensive dresses right now that I own, but it is fully lined, which is very often with these button-through dresses, there's no lining. But this feels heavy and weighty and really nice. And you can tell that there's been attention to detail with this item that many items that you get from like an H&M you don't get. So the rest of this haul is going to be H&M items, and I bought these things already sometimes at the end of January, which means that I'm not entirely sure whether these are still in stock, but hopefully you can still find them. I don't know, because H&M can sell out really quickly. However, unlike ZARA, H&M is a retailer that does restock things. Hallelujah. And they also, if they have returns in, that item in that size will come back very often. So I like how H&M does that. But I got some more linen blend shirts. I got a couple of these last year and really liked them. And they now did this really fun green shade, which is everywhere. It's very blown out on camera, unfortunately. But it's this very nice, bright, grassy green shade that I just love. It's very similar to the coat I got from H&M in the winter time. So yeah, that's a really nice, bright pop. And last year I mainly bought blue shirts. So I felt we could do it in a green this time. And then the other blouse I'm holding up is this, well, the same shirt really, almost. It's almost identical, but then in a green and white stripe with a bit of a pocket action here. These are just so easy to wear for the spring summer season. It's just, you know, this, a pair of denim, pair of sneakers, and you've got an outfit. I love wearing things like this. And another H&M item, this is definitely one that I think you can no longer get, it's this batwing sleeve, long sleeved open knit cardigan sweater in this really fun orange and baby pink white with this really sweet sort of wavy pattern. It's the pattern that caught me, like really, like the wavy pattern is what does it for me. It's again like the Sézane knits, quite open, so perfectly for the spring summer season. I mean, I live in a country where even in July you can still wear something like this. So it doesn't get super hot here usually. So this is an item that I very much look forward to wearing. In terms of bottoms, I definitely focused on other brands than H&M, but I found this pair of cargo, almost like mom jeans style pants in a full-on cotton with a bit of stretch. And they're perfect. And I was looking for a pair of cargo pants. They're everywhere at the moment, but I A, wanted them to be khaki, and B, I didn't want them to be too baggy on me. I already own a lot of straight leg jeans. I don't need one of those really baggy pairs of cargo pants. I mean, been there, done that, got the t-shirt when I was in my early 20s. I don't need that thing anymore. So I like how these are more fitted, like they just taper up really nicely. Then they have the side pockets on the bottom, and then they have this really nice detail along the bottom as well, with like the little button and the little cuff here. So it nicely tapers down, which I love, and these weren't too long. And finally, this pair of trousers, which I already showed you styling up in another color in, I think, March, when I showed you how I like styling up trousers like this, because this is a style of trouser that I bought in 3 shades. This is the light taupe. They also do it in a olivey green shade, which is the shade I showed you in that video, and I bought it in the black. But these are just, it's polyester, so it's perhaps not the best quality, but with something this flowy, I feel that the fabric really makes or breaks it. These are a bit longer on me, and I was really looking for a trouser that was more like dress pant style, but thin enough for the spring summer season. Not a linen that creases like there's no tomorrow, so that's where this comes in. and that were also a little bit more straight leg. And a lot of those trousers are far too long on me, but this is a bit longer than I would normally go for, but I can still wear them with like a flat shoe and they look fine, which is why I got them in 3 shades. Because if you find an item this good, you just need to invest. I got one H&M dress. This is a wrap style dress in this really fun floral print. And now that I'm holding this after the Sézane dress, I can tell, like, yes. This is also in a viscose like the Sézane, but this is not lined. This doesn't have anything going for it. What I did appreciate with this is that I have tried other wrap dresses in the past where there isn't a lot of fabric in the skirt, and when you wear it, it just kind of flaps open and you flash everyone from the waist up, waist down, I should say. Whereas with this, there is a lot of fabric here. So the skirt has enough fabric that it covers you, keeps you covered. You don't just kick it away and expose yourself to everyone. So I like that. What I also love about this one is just the print. The fun red and navy and yellow. It's such a perfect print, and I thought it was very flattering on. Would you be wearing a lot of knitwear in the spring summer season? I do, because cardigans are definitely something that are great for layering. This light yellow one, again, my camera is blowing it out, so I hope you can see it a bit better in the cutaway. But you have like this button placket, this color detail, and then a cable knit. This is from their divided range, so it's not the best quality, I feel, but I have been on the hunt for a cardigan in this color ever since I decluttered a lace-like, not quite cardigan, but like cover-up that I used to wear a lot in a very similar color. It was like this lemony bright yellow shade. So I was looking for something like that, but then I actually wanted it to be an actual cardigan, because that's the reason why I got rid of the other one. And they did this, and I loved it. And I told you I had some neutrals in here as well, so apart from the light taupe trousers, I did buy this light taupe cardigan as well. So for years now, neutrals have been everywhere, but a lot of it is beige. And beige and camel with my skin tone, Taupe, however, great shade. So I love this shade. I really enjoyed it. It's not too gray, it's not too brown, it's really nicely in the middle, and this is just such a good neutral. And I have a similar style from H&M in the black, and this I love because you can wear it as a cardigan, as a sweater. It's just such a versatile piece. So now that I have a dark one and a light one, I know I'm set. And finally from H&M, I got some blazers. So let me talk about this one first. This is an oversized black blazer, which is something that I didn't have in my collection at all. I had a sort of like shawl-like blazer cum cardigan type of thing, but ever since I bought this, I decluttered that one because this is now my oversized blazer of choice. I struggled finding a good black blazer. I know it's such a staple, but perhaps I was just very picky. But this is just really basic, very simple, a bit longer, a bit more oversized, but still very classic. And the final piece in this haul, an H&M black blazer in, again, a boucle kind of fabric. So this, I just really liked. I really like the fit of it. H&M can do good blazers, but I find the fit doesn't always work for me, which is probably why I struggled finding a black blazer for such a long time. But yeah, this is just lovely. I really like the way it's cut. I initially bought this and it had this really big pool in the boucle on the back. I returned it, it came back in stock, I ordered it again, and now I have one that has no problems with it. So I'm loving this one. That's it, that's everything I have gathered in the past couple of months for the spring summer season. As I already mentioned, I don't think I will be doing another haul until September because it's going to take me a while to gather enough items to show it for you. That's usually how I do it. So yeah, I always try to focus on things that I'm actually keeping and not like doing hauls for the sake of doing hauls. These are things that have actually made it into my wardrobe. And I also just recently filmed a massive declutter because I now felt I had other staples in my wardrobe that I can just go back to. And I've definitely have been doing that in like the past year or so, really focusing on what are things that I feel I can just get so much wear out of. I really think more of it in that perspective than like, oh, this is a fun item. Like, I will still buy those things. Like, this sweater is not going to last a long time in my wardrobe, I'm sure. But there's a lot of classics here that I know I will be going back to for years. So thank you so very much for watching today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more by me. I make several videos a week, so I hope you would like to stay tuned for more. And then I hope to see you in my next video. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.